Thanks to the vision and efforts of this next group, arts and culture is thriving in Tauranga, with its own place to call home and a community that's growing by the day. Please give a big welcome to the Incubator Arts and Culture.
Greg Brownless, Mayor of Tauranga. Look, although I couldn't make President Obama's dinner, nothing was going to keep me away from the Trustpower Awards here in Queenstown. Look, this group of volunteers from Tauranga City have vaulted over hurdles to become a trusted, powerful undercurrent in the community. A series of dad jokes there. They've amped up the action to provide an electrifying ohm for creativity in Tauranga. This has not been just Faraday or two, but all year round. What, I hear you say? Tauranga's own incubator, growing community through art and culture. Thank you, Simone.
Tēnā koutou katoa. I was told that I could bring props, so I think I might have misunderstood. So apart from my shoes, which actually match the stage, I've brought one of our amazing people from the incubator, Tanya Trass, who is one of the people that props up the organisation, so I guess it's still a prop. The Incubator Creative Hub was hatched in 2013, where the grassroots art scene in Tauranga was disconnected and dull. It started with a derelict barn in a desolate ghost town which had in its past life been a thriving museum village. The plan was to form a cluster of spaces for working, exhibiting and hosting performances in a supported environment. We sowed the seed, gave ourselves the name the Incubator, which incidentally means a device used to grow culture. We were overwhelmed when in a matter of weeks it became a destination where people gravitated to. We were inundated with help, donations of equipment, and the odd case of beer, which is one of the most important ingredients to keep a happy team. A herd of volunteers threw themselves into transforming a rat-ridden barn into something we're immensely proud of today, a space that is home to so many community groups from ninja knitters, rainbow youth, poets, writers, to our first gallery offering established and emerging artists exhibition space. In 2013, we threw open the doors to the city with a huge launch party, attended by members of Parliament, city leaders, dozens of artists and musicians, but most importantly, our target audience, the community, who arrived in their hundreds. With a private donation of $350, we proudly opened the incubator to the community with $50 still in the bank. We realised that here was something that had so much potential to become a thing that was missing in our city. Here began a very ambitious vision and a determination to help transform the unloved village into a vibrant and thriving creative destination for everyone. We've delivered back-to-back events that invite the audience to become part of the experience. We work to offer grassroots arts engagement and make people feel involved and stay involved forever. We pride ourselves on being innovative, embracing challenges and finding clever ways to help community groups, of which we have worked with many. Just one of our community projects was the Grim Tales book project, a gift from us to the Tauranga Women's Refuge as a fundraiser for them. 13 victims of domestic violence told their stories with 13 local writers translating their harrowing experiences into grim fairy tales. Then 13 artists illustrated the stories. This collaborative project took us 2 years to complete. The book was launched with a fairy tale ball complete with footmen, a carriage, a magical feast befitting any fairy princess. To protect their anonymity, the ball was masquerade and the princesses were waited on hand and foot by the big bad wolves, a symbolic role reversal. It was an unforgettable, goosebumpy evening, touching us all as the woman stood before the guest speaker, Louise Nicholas, refusing to be defined by the violence of their past. Art is a powerful tool to tell stories. As we respond to community, we clamoured to get more buildings, and this year we have expanded from one much-loved ramshackle barn to 5 buildings with their own valuable community purpose. The Incubator Gallery and Studios are humming. The continuous exhibition showcase the breadth of talent and expose the audience to a diverse range of art. All age groups, ethnicities and demographics are represented. We practice a do-it-together philosophy where the artists give back to the community, with many artists staying on to become part of our ever-growing team. We are snowballing. The spaces provided for practising artists give people independence, empowerment, key drivers in our movement. And the Artery is a flourishing, creative education space offering social connection, art education and employment. It warms the heart to see the classes and workshops filled to capacity with people connecting, learning skills and achieving wellness and a great quality of life. Last year we launched the People's Gallery Toi Karere, a grassroots community gallery. We transformed an old sad building into a bright, vibrant professional gallery, managed 100% by a new team of fledgling volunteers. Opened by our mayor last year, it has taken off with great response and is fully booked for community shows until 2019. It is so exciting to finally offer a place where stories, sometimes unpalatable, are expressed positively through art. Our exhibitors range from regional art societies, autism support groups and the IHC Travelling Roadshow. This opens opportunities for artists at all levels to contribute to group shows. Quality is not judged, participation is valued. Since opening, the statistics of visitors and exhibitors has been staggering. This year we will launch 2 new buildings, an artist residency program and the Jam Factory. This will provide space for music groups, fledgling musicians and youth programs. Musicians have played a huge role in the development of the Incubator. We are on the map as a destination for edgy, eclectic and underground original performers to tour and perform. This is driven by a committed group of old punks and rockers who had until now not had a platform to identify with for volunteerism. The scene has developed right in front of our eyes and made our city even richer for the experience it offers, from punk rock, folk and downright weird. Of course, this work needs fuel to get anywhere. Our Incubator Creative Hub is driven by an overarching philosophy, doing it together. We are DIT all the way. We have totally made frugality an art form. Our core committed group of 35 form the backbone, which makes our hub successful. We've delivered extraordinary outcomes on peanuts and will continue to do this. This we've also made into an art form. One of our biggest challenges is funding. We overcome this with goodwill and a whole heap of creativity, using our initiative to invent new and exciting events to raise money to keep our organisation's cogs turning. We work hard using social enterprise events and projects to generate funds. We're grateful for community grants. We all know how difficult it is, and we always say that our main currency is goodwill. We certainly have a lot of goodwill invested in us. What we love seeing is the results of our programs and activities and the effect it has on communities. Art really is a universal language that everyone can speak. It's hard to put us in a nutshell what we are, so I hope this has painted a picture. It's a labour of love and we know it's paid off. We couldn't bring all our supporters today, so we've collected a series of messages for them to share with you. We really know that what we are doing is making a big difference to our community. The analogy that I use a lot to describe what we do is we provide the nutrients in our diets. We're keeping people healthy and happy, and if we all continue to nourish the community, eventually the need for antibiotics will lessen. Exposure to art creates health and well-being. Thank you for the privilege to share our stories, and good luck to all of you wonderful organisations. Thank you.